Thanks so much, Geeter. JJ, if you kind of take us back to Saturday, coming off arguably your best win of the season, hard to imagine that you thought your night was far from over. Can you just kind of take us into your reaction to the moment?
Yeah, obviously I got word that day that it was happening, and certainly a lot of mixed emotions, particularly around the loss of family members. And, you know, AD, Max, Jalen, like they were part of our family. And then there was also the excitement of getting a Luka Doncic and adding Maxey and Markieff. And, you know, it is, as much as we can hyperbolize this trade as the craziest trade in sports history, it really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to trade for a player of Luka's caliber in his prime.
Obviously, there is the one element of the business side, and then to your point, the human side. How do you balance and process those emotions as you do have a job to do?
I try to do it with empathy, and I try to, as best I can, give our players empathy, and the players that were traded empathy, and also the players we just traded for empathy. Like I've lived through a lot of trade deadlines. I've been traded twice. I've had really close friends traded. And I recognize that, you don't wave a magic wand and everything's okay a day later. Like this is something that is a process and it takes time, and our group's committed to making sure we get this right.
When it comes to the magnitude, as you just touched on, you're also a historian of the game, you're a fan of the game. Have you had a moment to be able to just kind of step back and really feel what just happened?
Unfortunately for me, this last month has been a lot, so I'm not in the reflective process, reflective mood just yet. My job is to coach this team tonight, try to get Luka acclimated and get him back on the court, and continue to build what we've built over the last month as we head into All-Star break.
Obviously, as a former teammate of his, now speaking of Luka, what excites you most to coach him?
Playing against Luka, playing with Luka, playing against LeBron, coaching LeBron, playing against Kobe, like the killer mentality, the competitive nature. Rob mentioned his alter ego on the court, and it really is like he becomes an absolute killer on the basketball court, and getting to coach that will be a lot of fun.
Was he telling the truth? Could you or could you not move during that time?
I was so far away from being able to move. He was 100% telling the truth.
One final one for you, JJ. Of course, where you guys are as a team right now, obviously Rob has a job to do over the next several days and for the seasons to come in terms of this roster. But 9 games over 500, how do you guys capitalize on the momentum despite all this change right now?
Despite the trade, I don't believe our mission has changed, and I don't believe how we go about doing the mission has changed. And what we've tried to build throughout this season, and in particular over the last month, is a highly competitive, highly connected group that executes at a really high level, and that's the plan. And you can swap the pieces out, but that doesn't change.
Your first day here, you identified yourself as a basketball sicko. Does that change at all now?
No, I mean, if anything...
What do you become now?
47 games in, it's only reinforced that, yeah.
JJ, appreciate the time always.
All right, thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Allie. The Lakers introduced Luka Doncic as well as Markieff Morris and Maxey Kleber. Welcome back. Keith, Allie goes one-on-one with Luka after this.